couple shots, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, it's recording?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hi, I'm John Covey. I'm the founder of Genius Games, and I want to tell you what I'm passionate about, both me personally and as the owner of Genius Games. So I'm passionate about learning, but more specifically, I'm passionate about science. I grew up in a very dysfunctional home, and because of that, I didn't do very well in school. I almost dropped out when I was in high school, and there was a time after my sophomore year where I actually left, and I lived out of my car for a while, and I just hopscotched around from home to home. And to add structure to my life after high school, I actually joined the Army. I was on active duty as a military police officer for a little over 3 years, almost 4 years, and I spent a tour in Iraq. And during that time, what was interesting was it added a lot of structure to my life, but it also gave me a lot of time to just learn and to read. And I read all kinds of science textbooks and watched free lectures online and things like that. And science became very therapeutic for me. And I was just fascinated about how the world worked. And it allowed me to take my mind off of what was immediately in front of me, the trauma or the dysfunction that was immediately in front of me, and think about all these microscopic or even macroscopic worlds that we are around. And that was really amazing. And when I got back from the Army, I decided to apply for a scholarship to Washington University, which I got, and I stayed on there to get my master's degree in chemical engineering and environmental and energy engineering. And the thing that I learned through that time, which I'm so happy I was a part of, was that all the comforts around us, our car, our house, our money, that can all be taken away. But the one thing that cannot be taken away is our capacity to learn and our ability to use what we know to make a positive impact on the world. The other thing that I'm really passionate about is teaching. I was a science teacher for many years and I loved teaching, but one of the things that I noticed was that my students were already really intimidated by science concepts before they even came into the classroom. There's a lot of social pressure that we place around the sciences, and this makes it difficult for kids to come in and just have an open mind about what they're learning. And when they would come in with their intimidation over the vocabulary or new concepts, I really wanted a way to engage them, to make this fun, to make it interactive, to make it social, and that didn't exist. And one of the ways that I realized I could, through my friends, through the gaming world and through some of my own experience in tabletop gaming, was to create a number of board games that were interactive, but actually scientifically accurate and fun. And since then, we've got hundreds or even thousands of teachers all over the world using these games in their classroom. And the last thing that I'm really passionate about is making as big of an impact on the world as I possibly can. I think that scientific literacy really, really matters. There's a lot of pain we see around the world, and at its root is conflict over scarce resources like food or energy or clean water, or the spreading of diseases or caring for our environment. And you know, science may not have all the answers for these things, but scientific literacy can have an incredible impact on providing solutions for a lot of these issues. And that's why I think scientific literacy matters so much. And what we want to do as a company, and what I am so passionate about at Genius Games, is equipping the next generation of leaders, our kids, our youth, to be able to go out and make the greatest impact that they can on the world using the knowledge that they have. And that's why I'm so passionate about our products. And it's not just students, but I think that we can equip our kids, our youth, our students, teachers, parents, and even anyone who's interested to learn these things. And so that's why I want to thank the FedEx Grant board for the opportunity to give this pitch, and hopefully you guys would choose us.